Hello, everyone. It's Michael. I'm back here in Oakland with my family, but thinking of you all and the amazing evening we spent together up in Bellevue. Appreciate you for being there. Appreciate for your participation and just really positive energy. I'm excited for the work ahead. I'm making this video to overview your next steps and also all the resources you have access to feel ready for our next gathering. It'll be an online gathering, but we'll be together in a few weeks, and so we want to make sure you feel like you're ready. So just to review some of the next steps from our first session. One was that we would love for you all to attempt at least 2 empathy interviews. And to do those interviews, to take notes during those interviews, and then to submit them using the form we use so we can keep track of who we are interviewing and keep track of all the documents that have notes. The second thing is, if you didn't already, submitting your feedback is so helpful to Donnie and I. And so if you haven't already, please give us some feedback on the session, which is the link is in this email or in the email you got, as well as this document. And then lastly, we want to celebrate and honor you all for being part of the coalition. And so we're asking that you record a video that introduces yourself to the community and tells us a little bit about why you joined the coalition. So to make sure you feel ready to do all these things that we asked you to do, we have put together this document that you see on the screen with all these links, including the link to this video, which you obviously have access because you're watching it, but it's all here in one place, so you guys can have access to it, and likely we'll continue to add resources to the same document, so we'll have one homepage that you can come back to for everything you need. So the first link on the resources is the slide deck that we used on Wednesday, so you're welcome to go back there and review things and try to remind yourself of what we talked about. But most importantly, slides 36 through 45 have all the information about doing empathy interviews. And so on those slides, which also have these links, you'll see the document, the link that allows you to make your own document to take notes. And so something to keep in mind, like when you open this document, it's going to ask you to make a copy for yourself. And so that means you should go ahead and make a copy every time you're interviewing a new person, right? So you'll click this, and it will open up a note-taking tool that you could use, right? I mean, most importantly, it has all the questions on it. And I want to note that, let me fix that misspelling there. No? Yeah, there we go. We had to add a question. We forgot a question in the original, so we apologize. If you've already started, it's okay. You don't have to go back. But we added a question around educational excellence, which is the 6th priority that we want to focus on in the interview process. So each time you'll interview someone, you'll make a new document. You'll write your name here at the top, right? And so you know who you are. And then you go ahead and find some way to write a description of who you're interviewing without putting their name in, because we want the notes to be anonymous, okay? In the slide deck, it tells you a little more about how you might choose, but some way to describe the person without giving away their identity or their name at least, okay? And so then you'll see that there's questions up here all the way through. You can type your notes in these spaces on the right. And at the bottom of this document, the second page really is just some guidance for you, right? So directions on how to choose a pseudonym, which is the way to describe someone without giving away their identity. And that just guidance for you to complete the interview, okay? So this is all here for you, all these resources. And then you'll see at the very bottom has a link to the form. You can get to it here. You can also get to the form here. But the idea is once you're done completing that interview, you'll click on the form so you can submit your notes. And so it opens up the form. It'll ask you to upload the file. So if you've taken the file here, I can say I just made a copy of this document. Let's see, copy. Ideally, you don't call it copy of, but you can call it something like your name. Call it with your name. I didn't do that, but call the file so we know who took it. So you can just click on the file that you just had, and there it is. So now the document you use to take notes, this one over here, is now being linked into the form. You'll write your email address, your name, your last name, who you are in the community, who you interviewed, and then the demographic information of the interviewee. Yeah, and then that's it. Okay. Then you'll click submit. So that's how you submit your notes is by taking notes in the document and then attaching it to that form the way I just showed you using that attach button up top, okay? It says add file. And if you have it on your drive, great. If you saved it to your computer, that works too. If you need more help with this, please feel free to reach out to Donnie and I, and we're happy to help. Okay, so there's that link on how to submit your notes. And then the next thing is feedback form. So if you didn't give us feedback already, please do. Like we said, your feedback is a gift. And lastly, this is the link to record your video on the Flipgrid, where you have an opportunity to share a video of yourself. You'll have to log in some way, either using Google or Apple or Microsoft, to record your video. Okay, that's it. Those are all the resources. I'm going to end this video with this an appreciation for you all. Please know that it's so wonderful to be with you, and that if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed or you feel like you need some help or you have a question, please don't hesitate to reach out to Donnie and I. We want to help you make sure you feel whole during this process and feel excited about doing this work. I'm excited to see what comes of it, and we'll see you at the next session. Take care.